Funding for the Iowa Girls High School Softball Championships is provided by
The path to greatness starts early. The Iowa Farm Bureau believes in Iowa's youth and their pursuit of greatness. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Each student's effort is important, and when one rises, we all rise to a better Iowa.
Fairway, along with Nabisco, Wells Blue Bunny, and Frito-Lay, is a proud sponsor of the 2015 Iowa Girls High School Sports Championships. We congratulate all the schools and student athletes participating in this year's Girls High School State Softball Championships. Fairway, proud to care for the places we work and live.
By Musco Lighting, the sports lighting specialist, providing lighting systems for you, your project, and your community.
Mid-American Energy and their Energy Advantage programs are dedicated to increasing the awareness of energy efficiency in Iowa's homes and businesses. Information is at midamericanenergy.com. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge as we can continue to crown state champions on Buena Vista University Field. It is the Iowa Farm Bureau Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Softball State Championships, and we've got the 5A Championship. It's another matchup between conference opponents as the Johnston Dragons, the defending champions, take on 5th-ranked Waukee. Good evening, Brad Wells alongside Molly Parrott with Mark Amadeo joining us in just a little bit. And don't go anywhere. Molly, this will be a phenomenal game. Both teams surviving a one-run semifinal game.
Well, as you mentioned, this Johnston squad, returning state champions. They were runner-up 2 years ago. They know what it takes to compete at this high level. Waukee, they got to state a year ago, but they went 0-3 in Fort Dodge. That 8th place finish left a little bit of a sour taste in their mouths. They've played really well this week.
Let's take a look at the challengers, the Waukee Warriors, 35-8 on the season and a stud in the circle.
Sarah Schaefer is a sophomore, had 13 strikeouts in their semifinal win yesterday. Coach Embry says they actually have 2 #1 pitchers, but we expect to see Sarah Schaefer this evening. Also would love to talk about Claire Dudek, the senior shortstop, very athletic in the field. Leads the team in doubles, scored in the first inning yesterday. She's very quick on the base paths, very aggressive. They love what she brings to the table.
And for Johnston, the 2014 state champs, 35-4 on the year. Addie Pender, part of the 2014 all-tournament team.
She's the only senior on this Johnston Dragons squad. Pretty remarkable considering how successful they've been. Really leads from behind the plate, had 3 RBIs in their quarterfinal win. Also, want to highlight Haley Towers. The junior pitcher allowed just 4 hits in semifinal action, and then in the 7th, she hit a double herself, which ended up scoring an insurance run, which was the winning run.
So we have the defending champs from last year with the Johnston Dragons and the challengers this year, the Waukee Warriors. Should be a good one. Molly, we touched this a little bit on the semifinals that were both played here on Buena Vista University Field, and a 9-inning game and some heroics in the 7th inning where they needed an extra run to win. So both teams needing some late inning heroics there.
Johnston defeating 3rd-ranked Cedar Rapids Jefferson, Waukee over #1 Valley.
Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Executive Director Mike Dick and Softball Administrator Joel Oswald. The 2015 recipient of the Softball Golden Plaque Award is Dennis Schur of Muscatine. Dennis coached softball for 30 seasons, retiring from teaching and coaching in 2014. He spent 4 seasons at Lake City and 26 years at Muscatine. His career coaching record was 1,052 wins with just 251 losses. Dennis guided the Muskies to 14 Mississippi Athletic Conference titles and 12 state tournament trips. His 1989 and 2000 teams won state titles. He was a 14-time MAC Conference Coach of the Year and a 12-time IGCA Southeast Iowa District Coach of the Year. In 2005, the Character Counts organization named him as its Coach of the Year, and in 2011, he was selected National Softball Coach of the Year by the National High School Coaches Association. Dennis served 4 years on the IGHSAU Softball Advisory Committee and was also on the Iowa Girls Coaches Association Softball Board for 10 seasons. Dennis and his wife, Lynn, are the parents of 2 daughters, Krista and Kara. Both girls played for their father, and both were named to the 2000 All-Tournament team, with Krista being named captain. Dennis and Lynn also have 4 grandchildren, Savannah, Kanan, Selah, and Drew. Congratulations to the 2015 Golden Plaque of Distinction recipient from Muscatine, Dennis Schur.
In
2015 marks the 34th year that the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union has inducted the state's best high school softball athletes into the prestigious Iowa High School Softball Hall of Fame. This year's class is another special one. Presenting Hall of Fame awards, representing the Board of Directors of the IGHSAU, is Board President Dr. Greg Thomas. Our first Hall of Fame inductee starred at Pleasantville from 2004 to 2008. She helped the Trojans to a pair of state tournament appearances in 2007 and 2008, earning all tournament team honors while striking out 69 batters in 36 innings. She was a 2-time first-team All-State selection and finished her career with over 1,000 career strikeouts. She was a 3-sport athlete for Pleasantville in track and basketball and softball. And in basketball, she was the first player in school history to be named to a 5-player All-State basketball team. Her talent blossomed at the University of Missouri, where she became the most decorated softball player in Tiger history. She played 4 years and was a 3-time first-team All-American for the Tigers. Her 111 career victories, 1,174 career strikeouts, and 11 no-hitters are school records. As a senior, she posted a 24-6 record and was named Southeast Conference Pitcher of the Year after striking out 232 batters and helping her team reach the NCAA Super Regionals. Prior to Missouri's move to the SEC, she was the Big 12 Conference Pitcher of the Year in 2011. Since graduating, she's been serving as an assistant coach at St. Louis University for the last 2 seasons and will begin her first season as an assistant at McKendree University in Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to 2015 Hall of Famer Chelsea Thomas of Pleasantville. Chelsea's in the middle of her 3rd season of playing professional softball for the USSA Pride, based out of Florida, and could not be here to accept her award today. So accepting on Chelsea's behalf are her parents, Rich and Dana Thomas. Congratulations. Our next inductee played for Hall of Fame coach Frank Houston from Ottumwa from 1991 to 1994. She was a vital part of 4 state tournament qualifying teams for Coach Houston. A feared hitter, she pounded 31 career home runs, and her propensity of coming through in the clutch was never more evident than at the 1992 state tournament when she smacked a grand slam to propel Ottumwa into the state championship game. Owning a career batting average of over 400, she enjoyed her best season as a senior when she hit 500 and blasted 14 home runs. She earned All-State honors 4 times and was a first-team All-State selection in 1994. She played college softball at Indian Hills Community College and became the school's first ever 2-time All-American. She was inducted into the school's Hall of Fame in 2014. She continues to live in Ottumwa, where she works for the Ottumwa School District and is the mother to 3 sons, twins Blake and Tyler and Brian. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Iowa High School Softball Hall of Fame from Ottumwa, Kelly Udy Coulter. The name of our 3rd inductee dots the Iowa High School pitching record books. Playing for Turkey Valley, her 2,148 career strikeouts rank 3rd on Iowa's all-time list, and her 165 career pitching victories also places her 3rd on Iowa's all-time wins list. She led Turkey Valley to 3 state tournament appearances, Pitching in 8 state games, she struck out 79 hitters, and as a senior, she fanned 19 hitters in a 9-inning consolation loss. She was named to 2 all-tournament teams. For her career, she was named to 3 elite all-state teams and was a 4-time first-team Class 2A all-state selection, and was named 2A Pitcher of the Year. Her 470 strikeouts as a freshman in 2005 remains the state record for a freshman. Since graduating high school, she and her husband Paul live in Ridgeway, Iowa. She works in criminal justice in Fayette County and has 2 children, Macy and Oliver. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome one of the hardest throwers in Iowa State softball history back to Rogers Park. Let's give a hand to Hall of Famer Megan Novotny Sobolik. Today's final inductee was a key component of the West Des Moines Valley softball juggernaut that won 3 state championships and 221 games with just 26 losses from 2005 to 2009. An outfielder, she was a 3-time elite all-state selection and was the Iowa Player of the Year her senior year in 2009. She was one of Iowa's top offensive players, hitting 30 career home runs while owning a career batting average of .428 with 151 career runs batted in. She was named to 4 Class 4A all-tournament teams, and in addition to earning elite all-state status, was named to 4 Class 4A first-team all-state teams. She went on to enjoy a stellar career at the University of Iowa, where she started 194 of 200 career games. A slap hitter for the Hawkeyes, she was a 2-time All-Big Ten selection in 2012 and 2013, hitting leadoff for much of her college career. She ended her Iowa career ranked 9th in school history in runs scored and 10th in career stolen bases. A 3-time academic All-Big Ten selection, she graduated from Iowa in 2013 and is currently a 5th grade teacher at Waukee's Woodland Hills Elementary. She's working on her master's degree at Drake University and is also an assistant softball coach at Dowling Catholic High School. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome her back to Rogers Sports Complex. From West Des Moines Valley High School, Hall of Famer Johnny Dowling. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Iowa High School Softball Hall of Fame Class of 2015, from Pleasantville, Chelsea Thomas, from Ottumwa, Kelly Udy, from Turkey Valley, Megan Novotny, and from West Des Moines Valley, Johnny Dowling. Congratulations.
All right, we've got the introductions for both teams here to the Class 5A state championship game. Coming up, our public address announcer, John Deal, here during this 5A matchup.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge and the 2015 Iowa Girls High School State Softball Tournament. This contest is for the Class 5A Championship. It features the Warriors from Waukee and the Dragons from Johnston. Introducing the non-starters for Waukee, Kate Slauson, McKenna Moritz, Cassie Souther, Caroline Siebers, Grace Foxen, Lizzie M., Caitlin Menz, Ashley Tennant, Delaney Taylor, Logan Atkinson, Alex Shepard, Molly Jacobson. Assistant coaches for Waukee, Emily Jameson, Morgan Hoig, and Andy Briggs. Introducing the non-starters for Johnston, Kylie Walker, Olivia Goodale, Emily Flint, Sydney Illig, Emma Ford, Alicia Rush, Elena Baldner, Alyssa Shepard, Sophie Maris, and Avery Maresca. Assistant coaches for Johnston, Destiny Willer, Abby Sonner, and Jordan Sandquist. Introducing the starting lineup for Waukee, leading off at shortstop, Claire Dudek. Batting second, in left field, Taylor Hulsing. Batting third, pitcher Sarah Schaefer. Batting fourth, designated player Morgan Neely. Batting fifth in right field, Shay Whitty. Batting sixth at first base, Taylor Luther. Batting seventh in center field, Mary Gray. Batting eighth at catcher, Megan Gredeman. Batting ninth at second base, Kelly Fote. And playing third base, Kelsey Rincon. Head coach for the Waukee Warriors, Carrie Embry. Introducing the starting lineup for the Johnston Dragons, leading off at shortstop, Brooke Wilmus. Batting second at second base, Brooke Sandstow. Batting third at third base, Maddie Tilges. Batting fourth at catcher, Addie Pender. Batting fifth, designated player, Allie Scher. Batting sixth, pitcher, Haley Towers. Batting seventh in right field, Hannah Esplin. Batting eighth at first base, Ellie Rocky. Batting ninth in left field, Mercedes Worsfold. And playing center field, Haley Pemble. Head coach for Johnston, Todd Miracle. Introducing the umpires for this Class 5A championship game. At first base, Stan Wisniewski. At third base, Deb Richards. And behind the plate, Chris Groff. Ladies and gentlemen, players and coaches, it's time for state championship softball.
All right, the largest of the classes, 5A, is going to look like this for Johnston. On the defensive end, Mercedes Worsfold, Pemble, and Espelind in the outfield, left to right. On the infield, Madison Tilges at third. Next to her at short, Brooke Wilmus, captain of the all-tournament team a year ago. Second base, Sandstow. First base, Ellie Rocky. Behind the plate, the senior, Addie Pender. And then on the mound for the Johnston Dragons, Haley Towers. Junior pitcher for Johnston, as she has verbally committed to Western Kentucky. There's a look at some of her numbers, 21-1 on the season.
.40 ERA, awfully impressive. Coach Miracle said about Haley Towers, she just doesn't get rattled. Awfully impressive that she's able to help on the offensive side as much as she does as well.
She was terrific yesterday in the semifinals. Coach was happy with her production. For Waukee, looking at their offensive lineup, Dudek to start things off, the shortstop. Then Hulsing, Schaefer, Neely, Shay Whitty, a hero yesterday. We'll get to that a little bit more in just a moment. Taylor Luther, Mary Kay Gray, Megan Gredeman, and Kelly Fote for the Waukee Warriors. So a CIML matchup in the Class 5A state championship game gets underway. First pitch swinging for Dudek as Towers goes to work right away, pumping the strike zone.
Claire Dudek does exactly what you want out of your leadoff hitter. There you can see batting nearly 500 on the season, very speedy.
Another ball chopped foul by Dudek.
Dudek scored a run in the first inning yesterday. Was able to come around after a little bit of sloppy ball handling by the Valley defense.
Yeah, Waukee didn't even have a base hit in that inning, and Dudek was able to score a run. She tries to work her way on base here to lead off the Class 5A state championship game.
Haley Towers getting ahead in the count here. See if she tries to work Dudek, maybe waste a couple of pitches.
Shallow right, that's a base hit for Claire Dudek to get things started for the Waukee Warriors. As we take a look at the keys to the game for Waukee and Johnston in this Class 5A matchup.
For this Waukee squad, they need to really refocus after an emotional and thrilling win over #1 Valley. Kind of have to come back down to earth a little bit. And then they'll need a solid game in the circle from their young pitcher, Sarah Schaefer. She's done a really nice job. Coach Carrie Embry said they essentially have 2 #1 pitchers, but they feel like Sarah has done better lately. Knew that she would get the ball. She's pitched really well in Fort Dodge, but they will need some good defense behind the youngster.
Sarah Schaefer stands in the on-deck circle as Taylor Hulsing digs in here in the top of the first inning. Dudek gets aboard, a base hit into right field. And Hulsing squares and then takes a called strike.
Taylor Hulsing, another good athlete, another senior at the top of this order, had a home run yesterday. She maybe doesn't look like she would have a lot of home run power, but she certainly does. Great bat speed.
Pops up on the bunt attempt here in the first inning. And Johnson has recorded the first out here in the top of the first.
And here comes Sarah Schaefer. She will get the start in the circle, but love to see that so many of the pitchers in this state tournament also heavy hitters as well. She's just a sophomore.
Slaps it up the middle. Diving attempt by Sandstow. And there's 2 runners aboard by Waukee. Nice piece of hitting that time by Schaefer, jumping on the first pitch.
Time. 16 is getting courtesy for 18. 16 for 18 courtesy.
I guess they marked that. Yes, a base hit for Schaefer. As we take another look at Schaefer's.
Nice piece of hitting right up the middle and just out of the reach of Sandstow. Great hustle play there, diving to her weak hand, just wasn't quite able to get there. Wouldn't have had a play either at first or second, but was just trying to keep it in the infield.
So number 16, Delaney Taylor, an 8th grader, into courtesy run for Schaefer. So she will stand at first base. As Dudek stands on second, it'll be Morgan Neely, designated player for Waukee.
Definitely a bright future ahead for Waukee. They do have 3 seniors in their starting lineup, including number 1 and 2 in the batting order. But certainly nice when 3 and 4 are just sophomores, including Morgan Neely, who's at the plate now.
And Morgan Neely, a towering presence at the plate. She puts some good swings on the ball as she fouls that one back. We saw a few solid base hits yesterday in the semifinal game from Morgan Neely.
Well, Morgan Neely, 13 home runs on the season. Expect those numbers to go up if teams will pitch to her in future years. That's one thing you'd start to run into when you're a presence at the plate. Something like we've seen with Kendall Lindemann at Ankeny Centennial, set the state record for home runs this year, but there are a lot of teams that didn't pitch to her. We'll see if some of the home run hitters we've seen in this tournament in future years, they may not see that many good pitches.
He sees another one in the strike zone. She fouls it back. Yeah, those 13 home runs lead the team. Also, her .735 slugging percentage leads the team, and her 41 runs batted in. So definitely a big producer in that cleanup spot for Waukee. See if she can get something rolling here in the first inning of the championship game. Fouls another one straight back.
Well, interesting that Haley Towers is giving Morgan Neely really anything close, up with that 0-2 count now for several pitches. I think that might be a little too close for comfort with your number 4 hitter at the plate and 2 runners on.
And another foul ball as Neely fighting pitches off here. The count 0-2. She's seen 7 pitches so far in this at-bat. Sees the first one outside of the strike zone. And it's 1-2.
And we have received a score from that Class 5A third place game. West Des Moines Valley was ranked #1 in the state. They do get the win over Cedar Rapids Jefferson 6-5.
Another foul ball, this one third base side.
So congratulations to Coach Tom Bakey and the Valley Tigers. That's a team that you hear about often when it comes to state softball. They get third place this year.
They gave Waukee quite a run as they trailed 3-0, scored 3 runs in the 6th and 7th innings to tie it. There's a slap right up the middle into center field. In to score is Waukee. And Haley Towers, she got her tower buzzed on that play. We'll see if she's okay.
And if you're watching, and if at any point you've wondered why some of the folks at the hot corners and pitchers wear those face masks, that's a pretty prime example right there. Get a good look at it. She just rips that ball. Heck of a battle. Morgan Neely battling off several pitches. Just a wonderful at-bat for the sophomore.
You want to throw a couple so you know? You sure? Okay.
Thank you, Book.
Girls, here we go.
Withstand. We talked about the sport. Withstand the early pressure. We're going to be fine. Okay, let's go. Let's get out of this inning. Right now, we're going to be in 24.
So there's a discussion with pitcher Haley Towers, taking one, I believe, off the shoulder of the glove arm.
A nice piece of umpiring there, asking her, are you sure you don't want to throw a couple pitches? And she's tough, says, no, I'm good. Veteran coach Ted Miracle takes advantage of the opportunity to calm his club down a little bit.
It's an RBI single for Morgan Neely.
And with just one out here, runners on first and third, Waukee possibly with an opportunity to have a big inning. See if they maybe try to get a little tricky on this first and third situation.
Off the plate, big time. They're off third base, rather. Delaney Taylor, the 8th grader, up halfway to home.
And Morgan,
where she quickly retreated.
And Morgan Neely, second base wide open, no one even thinking about covering. Probably could have walked there safely, but she does not advance.
It's Shea Whitty at the plate. The junior right fielder was part of Waukee's 9th inning heroics yesterday as she scored the winning run in the semifinals. In the bottom of the 9th inning.
And if you look closely at the kind of the left hamstring of Shea Whitty, I believe it was in the Des Moines Register, there was a piece, she scored that winning run. It was something about her torn pant leg and how her mother is constantly stitching them up because she slides as very aggressive on the base paths.
Ground ball to second base, they go home with it, not in time. Sandstow thought she had time to get the runner at home, and scoring is Taylor.
Great piece of hitting there by Shea Whitty, and does a really nice job of coming up and throwing quickly, but maybe should have charged that a little bit harder. It was hit pretty sharply, but Delaney Taylor just gets in there, is able to slide right in, avoid the tag.
So 2 runs in for Waukee here in the top of the first. It's the Class 5A state championship game in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Taylor Luther, your batter. It's .339, has home run power, and has 2 runners aboard. Looks at a strike on the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes now for Taylor. Was a second team All-State selection in 2014 when she was a junior.
Taylor will travel to Northwest Florida Junior College in the fall to continue her softball career. Good luck to her down south.
So Rip third base side, but out of play.
We saw this Waukee squad get on top early yesterday in that semifinal action against #1 Valley. No hesitation whatsoever. They certainly don't look as though there's any hint of hesitation or intimidation against the defending champs.
Yeah, they're going right after Haley Towers, the pitcher, today. And so far, tag 2 runs onto the scoreboard on a pitcher that's got a .4. That's a 0.4 ERA. And a good eye by Taylor Luther. Disciplined at bat. 2-2 the count. Here with just 1 out.
Haley Towers been tagged a little bit early, had a little bit of a scare with that line drive coming right back at her head. Coach Miracle said yesterday she doesn't get rattled, and there she proves that she settles back in. See if she can finish it off here. Great job of going right at the hitter. Looks like it's maybe on the outside corner. Taylor Luther just not able to get a bat on it and drive it to the opposite side.
First strikeout there for Towers. It's Mary Kate Gray, center fielder, at the plate. You always expect a lot of speed out of your center fielder. 24 stolen bases on the season, second best for this Waukee squad. Slaps it up, right up the middle. And the bases are loaded for Waukee as Neely gets the red light over at third base. And Mary Kate Gray delivers the 5th hit of the game for Waukee here in the first inning.
Head coach Carrie Embry holding up Morgan Neely over at third. It was a pretty sharply hit ball. That center fielder would have come up gunning.
There's a little blooper in the second base part of the infield, trying to get 2 runs across, and they do. 4-0 Waukee, and the Warriors stunning the defending champs in the first inning.
Carrie Embry's squad definitely ready to play. Again,
17 for 20. Okay.
We've got a coaches meeting. Johnston head coach Todd Miracle.
Courtesy 17 for 20.
Coach Miracle breaking from the huddle. As I was saying, Coach Carrie Embry's Waukee squad not intimidated whatsoever by these returning state champs, the Johnston Dragons. Now, this Johnston squad, very, very good, but they did graduate quite a bit from last year's squad. Coach Miracle saying they've gotten to state in a different way every year. They have great chemistry. Players really trust in his game plan, but this is definitely not a given. They did graduate several seniors. And as we said, Johnston with just the 1 senior behind the plate, maybe showing their youth and their jitters a little bit in this first inning.
And for Waukee, you got to just take advantage whenever you can, because from all the innings that we've seen so far today, here's a fly ball, shallow center field again. Runner coming around from second to score. Safe at home is Mary Kate Gray, and Waukee leads it 5-0.
And Mary Kate Gray with a heck of a slide right in front of us. We had a great shot of that one. She was wheeling. You had mentioned her speed on the base paths earlier. Not a bad throw from center field. Great job by Pender to hang in there on the short hop, but what a slide there. That's an excellent camera work to see her sliding right around. Great action shot.
And Fote ends up on second after her RBI single. And running for Megan Gredeman, it's Logan Atkinson, a freshman that stands on third base, the courtesy runner for Gredeman, the catcher.
And I don't know that anyone here envisioned that Waukee would bat through their entire lineup in the top of the first inning against a very solid pitcher in Haley Towers.
Unbelievable. There you see Claire Dudek scored the first run of the game. A base hit to right field, and she's back at the plate here in the top of the first. 5-0 Waukee. Johnston stuck out on the field playing defense. 2 away, and that one low to make the count 2-1. Johnston looking for that last out to get out of this jam with 2 runners still aboard. Nice play defensively by Tilgis at third. And ends the inning, but Waukee does some damage. 5 runs on 6 hits as they tag Johnston. So let's see how Waukee can do defensively now as we take a look at how they lay out. Hulsing, Mary Kate Gray, and Shea Whitty left to right in the outfield. Along the infield, Kelsey Rincon, the freshman at third, Claire Dudek, senior at short, Kelly Fote at second base, Taylor Luther, the senior at first base. Behind the plate, Megan Gredeman, the junior, and on the mound, Sarah Schaefer, the sophomore pitcher. Taking a look at Sarah Schaefer, 18-4 after the 2 wins here at the state tournament. An ERA of 1.79. And you think it'll be a little relaxing for her having a 5-run lead to get out there for the first time?
Well, we talked about one of the keys for Waukee being that they needed a solid game from their young pitcher. Well, they've definitely put her in a good position here. But this is Johnston offense that's very potent. We'll take a look at it here.
So here we go with the starters. We got Wilmus leading off. Sandstow bats second. Tilgis bats third. Then Pender, Allie Shayer, Haley Towers, Espelind as Wilmus slaps one into center field, and it's a simple fly out. No harm done by Brooke Wilmus.
And I love the aggressiveness of the sophomore Brooke Wilmus, one of the best players in the state. Just a sophomore, has already verbally committed to Missouri, who's very good, one of the best in the country and in the SEC. She wants to get on top, and she hits that one pretty hard. Just a little too much air under it.
That one's up high from Sarah Schaefer. Sarah Schaefer on the rubber facing Brooke Sandstow. Sandstow, 51 hits on the season coming into the state tournament. She's got some speed as well. If she slaps one down, she's got 19 stolen bases. That's second best for Johnston. Right back to Schaefer. And 2 up, 2 down for the Waukee Warriors defense.
Good shot of Sarah Schaefer there. Again, this Waukee squad really have a very strong 1-2 punch in the circle. Junior Caitlin Menz, very solid on the season as well. Nice when you have that in the bullpen. 16-4 record for Menz coming into the state tournament. In fact, identical win-loss records for Menz and Schaefer coming into Fort Dodge.
Schaefer facing Madison Tilgis, who fouls one away. Evens the count at 1 apiece.
And for this Johnston squad, you're not going to get 5 runs back with 1 swing of the bat, so you just have to attack, chip away, run by run, inning by inning. No need to panic. Plenty of softball to be played.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This Johnston squad can score runs in a hurry. They scored 12 against Bettendorf in quarterfinal action. Against number 8 Ankeny Centennial in the regional, scored 5 runs. So they can put up runs against very salty ball clubs. It's just a matter of stringing some hits together and getting some things going. You can't do it without some base runners.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1, 2, 3. The Johnston Dragons go down in order here in the bottom of the first inning. We take another look at this strikeout by Sarah Schaefer. Goes up high to get Madison Tilgis. So let's send it over now to Mark Amadeo.
All right, thanks a lot. As we have Coach Jim Mahoney, retired coach and athletic director at Johnston.
Long retired.
Coach, you were coaching at Johnston when it was a 1A school.
I started in 1A, yes, and then went through 2A, 3A, and 4A. And then I don't really remember when the softball program started, but it wasn't there probably in the early 70s, and so it's progressed quite a way since then.
Well, you've retired, coach. You used to be the head baseball coach and all that.
Years, yeah, 33 years.
You loved every umpire you saw, including me.
Every umpire, every umpire. There was never a problem. They were all right calls, and if they weren't, we just helped them a little bit. That's all.
What about the Johnston softball program? Todd Miracle doing a great job, and backstate.
Todd's really a good coach, and the best part about Todd is he's so good with the kids. You know, winning is important, but making these kids do the right thing and play well is really important in this day and age. So, yeah, I've been a real fan of Todd's for a long time. We're not doing so hot right now, but somebody purple and gold's going to win. So,
Coach Mahoney, thanks for talking to us.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Mark. Taylor Hulsing bangs it off the fence. Stands on second base here to lead off the second inning.
Hulsing with a bomb to deep center. Good look at her, cheering her teammates on from second base. Very nice comments about head coach Todd Miracle. Over 700 wins in his career. Had previous stops at Shenandoah and Southwest Iowa, and also at Dallas Center Grimes. Has been in the Johnston district now for 13 years. He's taken the Dragons to 6 state tournaments. He's a 6th grade teacher in the district as well.
There's a rip by Schaefer into left field. Hulsing comes around third, heads home easily as Schaefer, a stand-up double. Back-to-back doubles for the Waukee Warriors, and the offense continuing to bang out hits.
Same courtesy.
And we'll see if Coach Miracle gives any thought to taking a look at the bullpen. Olivia Goodale, a junior with a 12-3 record coming into this state tournament. Haley Towers, 21-1 record. As you said, that .4 ERA coming into the state tournament. No one expected, I don't think anyone at least, maybe Waukee expected, but no one else here expecting to tag Towers for 6 runs, 8 hits in an inning and a half.
Unbelievable as Neely looks at strike one. She had an RBI single in the first inning. She's got a runner in scoring position in Delaney Taylor, courtesy runner. Now here's a throwback behind the runner. Now in a rundown as Taylor tries to get into second underneath the tag.
Oh, I thought she was dead in the water out there.
Yeah, Delaney Taylor, umpire says she got underneath it.
Somehow gets a foot underneath. I think
that's a bang play.
Yeah,
that's tough.
I think that's a pretty good call.
Yeah, it is.
Tag came a little too high. Got to get it down by the foot.
Pop fly to the infield, and handling it with ease is Brooke Wilmus. And there's one away.
We might have to ask Carrie Embry what she did with her squad between last night and this evening. They have came out guns a-blazing. Johnston had swept Waukee in the regular season, although it was very early.
It's a pop fly in foul territory. Unable to get to it is Ellie Rocky, the sophomore first baseman.
Those scores and that Johnston sweep of Waukee, identical 4-1 scores in a doubleheader.
You're right, though. It was the 4th and 5th games of the season for those squads. So very early on in the year, and teams change a ton over the course of a season, and you're maybe seeing that here today. You know, it's not Waukee having seen Towers recently.
And getting hot at the right time is what it's all about. It doesn't matter that Johnston only has 4 wins and Waukee has 8. Waukee's played at an excellent conference. They both have in the CIML. But Waukee started the season 2-4 on the year. So they're 33-4 since that time. Really peaking exactly when you want to in late July.
Slap right side for Whitty. Taking it easily to the base is Rocky. So there's 2 away here. Top of the second inning, Waukee with a 6-0 lead. Ground ball did move Taylor over to third. So Taylor Luther now to the plate as she struck out in her first at-bat. Knocks one foul here. And it's just really surprising to us, I think, Molly, because Johnston's Haley Towers yesterday was just so phenomenal. You know, you had Coach say she was terrific. You don't have to tell her much. And maybe that's why he hasn't needed to go out and visit with her just yet. Some of those state championship game nerves can get the best of anybody.
And even though Johnston did graduate quite a few seniors from last year's squad, you're still the returning state champ. So you still have a pretty significant target on your backs. Until someone knocks you off, you're still the state champs.
A veteran team, have a lot of experience back, but yeah, 5 seniors graduated. And he said they shuffled around some of the returning starters as well. So, but you play a whole season together, this is when you're at your best. Waukee rips it foul off the bat of Luther.
There have been few easy outs for Johnston in this first inning and a half. It seems as though even when Waukee is getting out, I mean, they're pretty tough outs. Good look there at Coach Miracle in the dugout, signaling that pitch call into his senior catcher, Addie Penders.
Pitch outside, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, top of the second inning. Waukee batting through their order in the first. And just off the plate. Count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Waukee squad, so much confidence up there. They look like they're swinging at watermelons.
Luther cranks one foul and out of play. Third base side. Again, senior first baseman Taylor Luther was the second team All-State selection a year ago, playing for the Warriors, a 3-year starter for Waukee. Swings and misses at strike 3. Well, Haley Towers able to put it away and end the second inning. Johnston's bats will try and come alive because they need to make up some runs here. Let's take a look at the first inning for the Waukee Warriors. They put 5 runs up on the board.
Morgan Neely with a shot up the middle. Sarah Schaefer also with a nice shot up the middle. Get a good look at some base running here. It wasn't as though Johnston was in a ton of trouble early. They had 1 runner on, 1 out, and then it just seems like the floodgates opened up. Waukee base runners just kept switching places. Nice little rally there, 2 outs. A lot of those hits coming right up the middle as well. Kind of interesting, great slide there by Mary Kate Gray. Had a really great screenshot of that one as she slid home. 8 hits for Waukee in 2 innings.
Leading 6-0 against the defending state champs, the Johnston Dragons.
Sarah Schaefer looked awfully good in the first inning. See if she can follow that up here.
Johnston went down in order, 1, 2, 3. So Addie Pender, the catcher, leads things off here in the second inning.
A couple of keys that we had talked about for this Johnston squad. One of them to rely on their championship experience, but then I think another, remaining aggressive offensively, definitely rings true down 6-0. Again, you're not going to get 6 runs with 1 swing of the bat, but you have to remain aggressive, can't be passive out there. If Sarah Schaefer gives you something to hit, you got to be up there swinging.
Yeah, down 6 runs. I think you might get afraid kids get over aggressive, but if you can rein it in and use some of that experience, one of your other keys, you can settle down. Get a run here, a couple runs there, and
1 ball, 2 strikes.
right back into it. Waukee's Sarah Schaefer might have some other plans. Here's the 1-2. Staying alive. Nice battle at the plate by Addie Pender.
Excellent job of staying back on that off-speed pitch. Only senior for this Johnston Dragon squad. See if maybe she can be the one to get things going a little bit.
Addie Pender fouls it away. Battling at the plate on the 2014 Iowa High School State Championships All-Tournament team a year ago and was a second-team All-Stater. Right over third base. Pender with a base hit. And Johnston with their first base runner aboard.
And again, Addie Pender, excellent job of staying back on that off-speed pitch. Doesn't get out on the front foot on the front foot, just stays back. Able to get her hands through. Great piece of hitting right down that line.
So that's Emma Ford, a freshman courtesy runner. Into the game for Pender.
And another look at that shot by Pender right down the line. As we said, just stayed back on that changeup and let her rip.
Just fair as it goes right over top of third base. And Johnston gets their leadoff runner aboard. So Allie Scher, sophomore, at the plate.
Paints that inside corner. Great job of getting on top of hitters here early.
Pop back and out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. So Schaefer gets in front big time here on Allie Scher, the sophomore. No balls, 2 strikes with nobody out. And Ford, the courtesy runner, on first. There's a slap right at the shortstop, Claire Dudek. Piece of cake for Dudek. And there's 1 away.
And so far, Sarah Schaefer cool as a cucumber. Similarly, in yesterday's game against #1 Valley, Tigers were threatening in the 6th, and she got a huge strikeout to end the threat, closing the door on a chance that Valley had late in that game.
There's Haley Towers, the pitcher for Johnston. See if she can get her team rolling offensively here with a runner aboard and 1 away in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Waukee leading 6-0. Strike on the inside corner for Towers. And it's 0-2. Schaefer very efficient getting strikes on her first couple of pitches to these Dragons batters. And on the move down to second. Unable to hold on is Dudek, and it's a stolen base for Emma Ford.
Emma Ford looked like she might have gotten a little bit of a late jump there, but she is speedy enough to make up for it. The pitch is high. Maybe as though Curie Embry saw that stolen base attempt coming. Excellent slide around there. Avoiding the tag, Dudek did lose possession of the softball, but she would have been safe either way.
Line drive to the shortstop, Dudek. And Towers is retired. So there's 2 away for Johnston. And that brings up to the plate Hannah Espelin. Espelin's a sophomore right fielder. And an RBI in the 7th inning for Johnston. It would end up be the winning run in the semifinals against Cedar Rapids Jefferson. So she's come through with some clutch hitting this week. See what she can do with a runner on second base here with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Schaefer again ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes.
And Espelin with a good looking cut there. Just a little under it.
Ball.
Nice job painting that low inside corner. Schaefer ahead in the count. You just have so much more control over the situation and that matchup when you get ahead of batters.
Another foul ball back into the fence.
You get ahead of hitters and you force them to kind of get them back on their heels, force them to compete and fight off pitches. You can throw away a couple pitches, try to force them into swinging at a pitch they maybe don't like, but they have to swing at for fear of heading to the bench.
Espelin battling, looks at one inside, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Waukee, a 6-0 lead, scored 5 in the top of the 1st inning. Johnston flies out to Rincon, the freshman third baseman, and they get the leadoff runner aboard. Ford steals second, but that's it for the Johnston offense. No runs. Off the 1 hit.
First pitch or 2, okay? Keep getting some more.
And let's take a look at the Johnston pitcher, Haley Towers. She prepares for this 3rd inning.
And as we've said, Haley Towers already verbally committing to Western Kentucky as just a junior. You have to wonder, Coach Miracle said she doesn't often get rattled. Great look at here in slow-mo, but you wonder if maybe that line shot that came right back at her head by Morgan Neely, if maybe that didn't shake her up a little bit. Got tagged for quite a few hits and runs after that point in that first inning.
It's a good look in super slow motion of Haley Towers, the junior pitcher, but you're right, we had Morgan Neely's hit was the third base hit of the game, so 5 runs after that point, 2 of them in the second inning. See if her and the Johnston defense can settle in here. It's a fly ball to left field, should be a piece of cake, and it is for Mercedes Worsfold. Out in left. So 1 up, 1 down for Waukee. So we've got 7, 8, 9 in the order here to start the third inning.
Well, when you look at this 6-0 deficit for Johnston, they certainly haven't done what they've wanted to do in their at-bats, but it's not as though they've made a bunch of errors. Waukee just came out ready to play. They've been seeing the ball well, and they've been driving it. Sometimes the balls fall into the gaps, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Kudos to this Waukee squad. Carrie Emery certainly had them ready to go. Whatever hitting drills they've done in the last 24 hours, they've worked.
Fouled third base side by Megan Gredeman. Gredeman had a 2 RBI single in that 5-run first inning for the Waukee Warriors. So she was a big piece of that 5-run first inning. There's the delivery from Towers, and Gredeman chases it up high. Third strikeout of the game for Towers. And there's 2 away here in the third.
Good look at that high fastball. Megan Gredeman probably looked pretty fat coming in, and it just kept rising up and up.
Big swing by Kelly Fote. Fote also knocked a run in the first inning. RBI single. Hitting .314 on the season. Fouled straight back. Towers looking a little sharper here this third inning. No balls, 2 strikes on the number 9 batter, Kelly Fote. This misses low.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Kelly Fote, one of a couple players on this Warriors squad that were 5A state champions in basketball this season. They got a taste of that victory. Would love to do it again. Mary Kay Gray, also part of that squad.
Now you win a state championship, you just kind of feel like you can win another one. Trying to do it now in another sport at the softball state championships. It's a swing and a miss. Towers, 2 Ks here in the third inning for Johnston. And the Dragons bats are due up next.
Haley Towers definitely settling in, like you said, after she's gotten through the first couple of innings.
There's a look at Sarah Schaefer on the mound, the Waukee pitcher. Let's see her in slow-mo from our IPTV slow-mo cameras.
And she's at such an advantage because she's tall, and that long stride. If you're in that batter's box, she is coming right at you up close and personal. That long stride is just makes it even more difficult to catch up to the ball when there's such a short distance between you and that pitcher.
Long wingspan too. Really gets a lot of velocity.
Those long levers.
So bottom of the third inning and working with a 6-0 lead. She's got 8-9-1 in the Johnston batting order. Ellie Rocky will lead things off. Mercedes Worsfold is on deck.
Good look at those Johnston keys that we had mentioned earlier. Relying on experience and then remaining aggressive offensively. That's something that they'll have to continue to do for these remaining innings. It starts right here
It becomes oh so important now after giving up 5 runs in the first to really be aggressive. Just not overly aggressive, as we discussed. You don't want kids to start to press and force it.
And try to do too much. Again, even if you hit a grand slam, that's only 4 runs. So you're not going to get 6 runs with 1 swing of the bat. Just have to be patient up there and chip away.
Line drive center field. Nice play by Mary Kate Gray. Coming straight in, making the diving catch to retire Rocky. Let's take another look at that.
Rocky got a good piece of it. Sometimes the line drive just goes right at an opposing player. Mary Kate Gray certainly having something to say about that. Had to make a nice play on it and read it well off the bat.
There you go.
So Mercedes Worsfold, the junior, at the plate.
Not many base runners for this Johnston squad. That means that they're potent offensive players like Brooke Wilmes, who's on the on-deck circles. She just hasn't gotten many chances at it yet.
That slap attempt pops right up to Dudek. And Worsfold, very good batter in that number 9 spot, kind of a second leadoff batter for Johnston. Pops out, and it's Brooke Wilmes to the plate with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
She had a heck of a state tournament as a freshman a year ago. And if you look closely, it's a little bit hard to tell with those black socks, but she's got a pretty hefty knee brace on her right knee. That's from a torn ACL.
Happened
she earned in the
basketball season, correct?
Exactly, yep.
Was able to return right kind of at the start of the season. That's what Coach Todd Miracle told us.
And despite that tough right knee, she's still had a very, very good sophomore season. Had a couple of defensive gems yesterday out at that shortstop position.
Just so smooth defensively, isn't it? It's a surprise she's a sophomore.
And Coach Miracle said she's just the type of kid, she asks a lot of questions. She wants to be really good. She wants to understand what she can do to get better. But 0 for 2 today. It's so far just not her day and not the Dragons' day.
Looks at strike 3 as Sarah Schaefer, her 2nd strikeout of the ball game, ends the 3rd inning. So to the 4th we go. Waukee, top of the order, coming up. Nice pitch right on that outside corner.
Good look at the Warriors as they emerge from the huddle there.
6-0 Waukee leading Johnston. As in just a second here, we'll talk to Waukee head coach Carrie Embry in her 5th season with the Waukee Warriors. Has 145 wins, 60 losses in her 5 seasons. Here's Mark Amadeo on the infield.
Coach, what a great start. You talked earlier this year about your team getting off the slow starts and being disciplined to play. You got off to a great start in the last few weeks.
Yeah, you know, we talked about attacking the ball right from the beginning. You know, early on in the year, we were a little bit more tentative. Now all of a sudden we said, okay, we're going to jump right all over the first couple pitches and look for a good pitch.
Defense is playing outstanding, and you're taking Johnston on for the 3rd time this year.
Yeah, you know, we just keep talking about attacking, not letting up and not getting conservative.
Coach, best of luck.
Thank you.
Great to hear from the Waukee alum herself. Won a state title back when Waukee was 2A. Now, I believe that's back when there were only 3 classes, but nonetheless, that definitely is an illustration of how much the Waukee School District has grown since her time in the last 15 years.
Coach Embry on the all-tournament team in 2000.
She was an All-American at St. Thomas up in the Twin Cities, had a heck of a career up there. And when she was a college student, she'd come back in the summers, help coach at her alma mater, and then eventually took over the program. Also teaches in the 9th grade building there. Nice to see so many of these former players and former stars on the diamond come back, whether it's at their alma mater or at other schools, and give back to the game. She said that's something that really means a lot to her. She wants these current student athletes to have the same type of fantastic experience she had, wants to pass it on to this next generation.
Molding the leaders of tomorrow. Here's Dudek, slaps it into right field. Johnny on the spot is Hannah Espelend in right. 1 away.
And there are some legends in the coaching industry, coaching all over the state. Some in the state tournament, some not in the state tournament. Some of those folks that have done it for a really long time, they retire. You need that new crop to come in, and then Carrie Embry certainly showing that she's one of those new up-and-comers, making her mark.
And making Waukee somebody to keep your eye on in the Class 5A ranks. Pitch from Towers hits the strike zone. No balls, 2 strikes on Taylor Hulsing. Left fielder had a double to lead off the second inning. Score that 6th run. Flies one high and out of play, third base side. So this is the Class 5A state championship game. In Waukee scoring 5 runs in the first inning and adding a 6th in the top of the second. Hulsing trying to get it going here in the third for the Warriors. Slaps one foul to stay alive at no balls, 2 strikes. And Hulsing, 2-run home run in the 3rd inning yesterday of the semifinals against West Des Moines Valley. Is a 2-year starter for Waukee. Looks at strike 3.
Towers just paints that inside corner. Hulsing thought it might have been a little on the inside, but I think that's a nice call by the umpire. Great frame by the senior, Addie Pender.
Drop 3rd strike, required to throw down to first, but no problem for Pender. There's Sarah Schaefer.
Seems like she's done just about everything for Waukee today.
2
Mowing
for 2.
down
Yep.
Johnston hitters, doing well at the plate herself.
Single and an RBI double in her first 2 plate appearances. It's a foul tip, and she's behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 4th inning. Waukee, the visitors, on the scoreboard. Schaefer chases one upstairs, but fouls it away. Got to be a little more aggressive when you've got 2 strikes on you. And Schaefer battles that one off.
And Haley Towers, not the type of pitcher who will really overpower you necessarily, but she does a good job of hitting her spots, remains under control.
It's fouled down the first base side by Schaefer. Pretty good hitter as well for Schaefer for this Waukee offense. 55 hits, that's 2nd most on the team, or 11 doubles. That's 2nd most. 4 triples on the season. That leads the team for Sarah Schaefer, the sophomore for the Warriors. Chases one up above the eyes, and it's 2 strikeouts for Haley Towers for Johnston, and Waukee goes down in order in the 4th inning.
Did you see what you've seen? Hey, you make adjustment. Remember what we're looking for that. Staying in and working out. Stay inside that. When you find a strike, it can't be stuff above your hands, though. We've had some nice line shots happen to be at people. It's coming. It's coming. You got to believe. Let's go. Come on.
Nice to listen, Ed. There at Coach Miracle.
Todd Miracle, last year's Coach of the Year in 5A. Let's take a look at some of the Waukee defensive plays that they've had to make so far here in the championship game. Nice solid plays at shortstop by Claire Dudek.
Got a lot of action over there. She will continue to play at DMAC in the fall. As we mentioned, very athletic. Good shot of her out there, getting ready to take that throw from her catcher. Pretty sunny out there, wearing those shades. The temperature continues to rise. Looks like it's just under 93 degrees. Pretty toasty. We're in the shade, however, so no complaints whatsoever.
Very nice accommodations here at the Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge.
Probably pretty warm out there for Sarah Schaefer. She certainly doesn't look like it. She doesn't look like she's sweating at all.
First pitch slapped foul. Schaefer not overpowering with just 2 strikeouts, but very effective as they've had pop flies all over the place. Quite a few have stayed in the infield for this Johnston offense.
Well, Coach Miracle just said to his squad in that huddle, it's coming. We're hitting some line drives right at them. You got to hang in there. No time to hang your head. We're making solid contact. They're going to start to fall. It's coming, he said.
Sandstow, a speedster in the number 2 spot in the batting order, leads off this 4th inning. Faces the 1-1 count.
Ball.
Low and away by Schaefer.
One of the things that has benefited Sarah Schaefer is she's worked quickly. She's gotten ahead on batters. Her defense has played solidly behind her. It is hot. It is humid. She hasn't had to stay out there. That first inning alone, Haley Towers was out there for quite a while. And kudos to the Warriors squad. They batted through that lineup, but she had to have been tired and expending more and more energy out in that hot sun, that entire inning.
And that whole time as well, Schaefer in the dugout, in the shade, as a leadoff walk for Brooke Sandstow. Brings Madison Tilgis to the plate for Johnston. Leadoff runner aboard for the 2nd time this evening for the Johnston Dragons.
And I'm not sure if the temperature just went up, but the thermometer we have in front of us is now reading 94.5.
Just jumped to 94.5.
What's going on here, Ed Wilson?
Looks like the sun as it sets. Maybe it's in the sun now. We'll see. Maybe the temperature's rising here in this Waukee defense with the leadoff runner aboard. Tilgis at the plate. Cranks one into left field. That's a base hit. And there's 2 runners aboard for Johnston.
Well, we know this Johnston squad's not going to go away. Todd Miracle's been doing this for 24 years. He's a great coach. He's a great motivator, encourages his student athletes. They've been at the state tournament for 6 times in 13 years, largely because of what he's done and the great kids he's had who have been really coachable. So they're not going to go away. Like you said, they're making good contact. Just keep doing what you're doing, and things will start to fall.
When you look forward, you find that pitch you want, another base hit, we just keep this thing going, okay?
That's head coach Todd Miracle talking to his senior Addie Pender. A single in the 2nd inning in her first at-bat. Has 2 runners aboard here in the 4th inning with nobody out. As Johnston now creating an opportunity here in this 4th inning. Sarah Schaefer. There's a ground ball. Dudek flips it to second. They get the out at second. So it'll be runners on the corners.
Nice piece of defensive work there by Claire Dudek. We've mentioned her often because of her glove.
Courtesy.
Great job of keeping her composure. Doesn't try to force the issue at third. It would have been hard to throw behind that runner and get that lead out. But if you give up a run here, it's not the end of the world. You don't want to turn it into a big inning. Nice heads-up play there by the senior.
Emma Fort, courtesy running for Pender at first. A foul ball back by Schaer at the plate. For Allie Schaer. Fly it out to the shortstop. Dudek back in the 2nd inning.
It's okay. Take a deep breath. Take the inside, take the high inside pitch away, and you adjust from that. Okay, you're getting under it, you're pulling out, just relax. Find something below that you can work with. Base hit, scores 1. Let's go.
Love listening to those little morsels by Coach Miracle. Again, somebody who's mentored a lot of young women over the years and has impacted a lot of lives. He's not getting worked up. He's talking to them in a very calm manner, talking to them the way that they will respond.
Brings back a lot of memories for you, I'm sure, and a lot of former players that are listening in and watching this 5A state championship game. Johnston threatening here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Allie Schaer. Ground ball goes foul. She'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Schaer. Allie Schaer, a sophomore, has 14 RBIs on the season. She faces the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Pops it up and out of play.
Dragons with a first and third situation here, but I don't know that Coach Miracle wants to get too greedy. Sure, Taylor Luther could attempt to steal here and try to put some pressure on the Waukee defense, see what might happen. But if you have an opportunity for a big inning, you don't want to run yourself out of it.
Just one out here. Foul ball off the handle of the bat, I believe.
Well, no kind of reaction by Shayer, so it must not have hit her arm.
All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes. With 1 away. Way up high. Schaefer misses with the changeup. And it's even at 2-2. And you got Ford at first base, a courtesy runner. And she's going to second on the strike, or excuse me, on ball 3. And so now it's a full count with runners at second and third.
And Waukee not really trying to throw out that base runner at second base.
More of a bait throw.
Yep, exactly. Just trying to tempt.
Sandstone out at third.
Exactly.
Just to dive out of that. Foul ball by Cher. So 9 pitches now thrown by Sarah Schaefer in this at-bat. Good at-bat by Allie Shayer here for the Johnston Dragons. Full count once again. Here with 1 away. Fly ball to the infield. Schaefer will take it herself.
Great battle there.
That's a big out.
Great battle there, won by Schaefer. I think that would have been a ball, would have been a walk, but it was close enough that she got Shayer to chase it up in the zone.
Haley Towers to the plate. Little pop up to the shortstop, her last at bat. Looks at strike 1 from Schaefer.
Schaefer takes a little heat off that one. Little off-speed offering. Towers doesn't want any part of it.
Good swing again by Towers. The snowballs, 2 strikes. Sarah Schaefer getting it done so far for Waukee. Johnston is threatening. There is a called strike 3, and Johnston's threat ends on a strikeout.
Sarah Schaefer just slams the door after it looked like Johnston maybe could get on the board and potentially string some things together, but they aren't able to get anything on the board.
Send it down to Mark Amadeo. Mark?
I have head coach Todd Miracle, and coach, your team's not been down 6 runs all season, and this is an unfamiliar territory. Talk about what's going to take the next 3 innings.
Well, we're getting closer. We just need a little spark. If we can just get a couple runs in, I think that it can really snowball into regaining some confidence and hopefully decreasing the deficit and go from there.
Your team's been in this situation before. They played for a state championship last year. They know the situation, the environment, all that.
Yeah, there's about half of them that were in the same situation last year. We were down twice in the first and second rounds, pretty big, and came back. So they've got confidence. It's just a matter, again, of trying to get a run or two and get their heads back up a little bit. You saw Schaefer early in the season when you guys split. Talk about attacking her the last 3 innings. She's throwing really well. I mean, she threw well against us first time, but this time, you can see at this time of the year, she's really throwing well. She's doing a good job of mixing it up. Coach, thank you. Best of luck. Thank you. All right, Molly and Brad.
Thank you very much, Mark. Here, Johnston head coach Todd Miracle, and yeah, talking about finding an inning where you can just scratch a couple out. That 4th inning, really a key opportunity for them, and just couldn't get it done.
Well, and looking at pitch count that our trusty stat man to the left has put in front of us. Towers threw 39 pitches in that first inning alone, while Schaefer only threw 9. I mean, that's a 30-pitch differential in 1 inning of work. We talked about how potentially Towers had maybe worn down a little bit in that first inning, might have gotten spooked a little bit with that line drive that came right at her.
Faced 10 batters in that first inning. Pitches outside to Morgan Neely, the batter for Waukee. RBI single and a run scored in that first inning. Pops it up, foul. So the count goes to 1-2. It's top of the 5th inning. It's been fairly quiet after the first inning and a half. 5 runs for Waukee in the first. Another run in the second inning. Here's a fly ball, shallow center. Wilmus is out. Calls everybody off to take it herself. In shallow center field, and there's one away.
Wilmus, one of the very, very talented players. Good look at her there, tracking down that fly ball over second base. One of the players really looking forward to seeing in this game, and we haven't really seen a whole lot of her. She has some pretty sparkling statistics offensively, but gone down 0-2, and defensively hasn't gotten a whole lot of action out there at shortstop. I'm a little disappointed.
It's a slap foul. Yeah, Wilmus, you mentioned her offensive ability. Had some offensive heroics a year ago in the title game. Here at the plate is Shea Whitty. It's a slap towards right field, but it's cut off by Sandstow. Nice play by the junior second baseman. 2 away. Taylor Luther comes to the plate. 2 outs here, top of the 5th inning. First pitch strike from Haley Towers. And Towers really starting to settle in. So there you see Luther 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts. Towers has had her number. But Luther's had a couple solid at-bats here where she's helped push that Haley Towers pitch count up, where she's had some at-bats that have gone 8-9 pitches. Looks at strike 2. Towers up in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Johnston has retired 11 in a row. The last 2+ innings.
And if you take away that first inning, it's a totally different ball game. Coach Miracle talked about his team just needs a little bit of a spark. There's a big difference between finding a spark, you're down 1-0, and finding a spark when you're down 6-0.
The defense has locked down so far since the middle of the second inning. As Taylor Luther trying to get something going here for Waukee in the 5th inning. Towers delivers. It's cranked foul by Luther. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Once again here with 2 outs. So Waukee 6 runs on 8 hits so far. No errors defensively by Johnson. It's just been solid base hits. But it was all early on as Luther tries to get something going here in the 5th.
Keeps making Towers work. Pretty quick inning for Johnston so far, but Luther has something to say about that here, trying to make Towers work here in this 5th inning.
Another foul ball by Taylor Luther.
As we mentioned earlier, she'll head down to Northwest Florida Junior College in the fall.
Changeup just missed low.
I guess she wants to play spring softball in the sunlight instead of spring softball in the snow.
Head down to Florida. She'll be able to play year-round down there. Luther fouls another one away. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. We'll do it once again. 11th pitch coming up for Towers.
A little off speed. Great job of staying back. Quite a battle between these two.
Taylor Luther. This might be, she's 0 for 2 right now. Might be the best 0 for 2 right so far we've ever seen, but this third at bat. There's a drive into center field. Pemble gives chase. Nice running catch out in center by the junior Haley Pemble for Johnston. And that ends the 5th inning. Let's take a look at Johnston's 2014 state championship game. Much different than what they have seen here in 2015. They faced Southeast Polk.
Brooke Williams just takes that high pitch deep to right field. Grand slam. She was the captain of that all-tournament team, and she was just a freshman. Very impressive performance by the shortstop.
Top Southeast Polk 10-2 off 9 runs so far, off 9 hits so far, just 2 hits here against Waukee's Sarah Schaefer. It's been a different story in this 2015 Class 5A state championship game. Waukee scoring 5 runs in the top of the 1st inning. It almost took Johnston's breath away. Bottom of the 5th inning, though. 7-8-9 for the Dragons. Hannah Espelund will begin this 5th inning. There's a base hit to start things for the Dragons. Rolls all the way to the fence. At second base, a stand-up double for Espelund.
Nice piece of base running there. Rounded first base with a lot of confidence. No hesitation whatsoever. Pretty good job by the by the Waukee defenders. Tracking down that ball pretty quickly, but she's got some pretty good wheels, and with that aggressive base running, as you mentioned, pretty easy stand-up double.
So Ellie Rocky to the plate. Swings at the first pitch, and Schaefer blows it by her. Rocky, a sophomore, flied out in the 3rd inning. Yesterday, in the semifinal game, had a double in the 3rd. Looks at a ball there from Schaefer. 1-1 to count. This is the 3rd inning. Johnston has gotten the leadoff runner aboard. Pop fly right side of the infield. Tough play for Luther, and Fote able to go over and make the play much easier from her second base position, and there's one away.
Fote, a pretty tall second baseman out there. Definitely tell that she is a basketball player, as we mentioned. One of those
pushing 6 foot, maybe.
Contributors on that state championship basketball team this winter.
Called strike to Mercedes Worsford.
Batting average over 400. If not for Wilma's in the lineup, she could potentially be another leadoff batter.
Tries to slap it over top of the head of Kelsey Rincon, but the freshman is there to secure out number 2. Top of the order now, Brooke Wilmus, the sophomore. See if she can put a charge into this Johnston offense with a runner aboard. Big swing on the first pitch, fouls it back.
Well, you know she wants it after 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout, hitting over 500 on the season. Bunch of RBIs. But if you're Carrie Embry, you also have first base open. Maybe won't give her something too good to hit.
There's a deep foul ball. First base side. Puts 2 strikes on Wilmus.
Don't give her anything to hit here. Might as well waste a couple pitches.
Schaefer delivers. Outside off the plate. Just as Molly Parrott requested. It's a good look at the field here for the 5A state championship game. Brad Wells alongside Molly Parrott. Mark Amadeo, our roaming reporter, working hard.
Loved hearing the things that Todd Miracle said about Brooke Wilmes, that she's hungry, wants to learn, wants to get better.
There's a little floater into center. Coming home, trying to score. Espeland tagged out at the plate. Inning ends on a throw from center fielder Mary Kate Gray to Megan Gredeman as Espeland gunned down and home.
Great job there by Mary Kate Gray, and that was a ball that wasn't even hit all that hard. She really had to charge. Great job by Gredeman on the short hop. Excellent job of blocking that home plate. Just perfect execution by the Warriors.
Yeah, tough to approach home plate there for Hannah Espeland.
Just really had nowhere to go. And if you're Todd Miracle in that position, you've got to go for it. You got to get some runs on the board.
You got to try and create a spark. Here's Waukee. They had nothing but sparks in that first inning. Game recap is Dudek scored the opening run of the game. Waukee safe on that play at the plate. It's just going Waukee's way.
For a while there,
by Whitty, 2 RBIs by Gredeman.
Kind of seemed like Waukee players were just kind of switching places. Somebody'd come up to bat, knock one kind of to the center gap, and another runner would come and score, and that batter would end up on second base.
Schaefer knocked Helsing in the second inning. So Helsing scoring that 6th run in the second inning. Waukee has been quiet ever since. There's a fly ball, shallow center. Easy catch for Haley Pemble. And there's one away.
Good communication in the outfield. Pemble directing traffic from that center field position.
So Mary Kate Gray flies out. Megan Gredeman to the plate. She's 1 for 2. A 2 RBI single in that first inning. And Haley Towers for Johnston so far. I mean, since that top of the second, when Waukee scored their latest run, their 6th run has been pretty solid. Fly ball to Worsfold. Piece of cake. 2 up, 2 down for Waukee. A couple of pop-ups. And Kelly Fote to the plate.
Waukee just had a lot of confidence early on. I think that confidence became kind of contagious, and it really just kind of spiraled from there. Even when there was 1 out, 2 outs, they all walked to the plate very confidently, swung the bat with a lot of confidence. And it happened pretty quickly, I think. Before Johnston knew it, they were down 4 or 5 runs. Kind of a helpless feeling.
Just base hit after base hit. 3 in a row from the 3, 4, 5 hitters for Waukee. And then the bottom of the order did the same thing. 7, 8, 9. Tagged her for base hit after base hit. Fote had an RBI single in that first inning. Set a ball low. 2-1 the count.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2 outs here. Top of the 6th inning. And it's 2-2.
Great crowd here at Rogers Park. Had great crowds all day long. Still one more final after this one tonight.
There's a fly ball straight up. It's going to be Towers all by herself as she calls everybody out. So 3 pop-ups. It's all Waukee can handle offensively in the top of the 6th inning. So to the bottom of the 6th, 2, 3, 4 in the lineup coming up. As Brooke Sandstow will lead things off, but Haley Towers really settling in for Johnston on the rubber. There's Carrie Embry ready to have her Waukee defense keep Johnston quiet.
And I would imagine that the message from Coach Miracle has been the same. Nothing has really changed. Just have to chip away. It starts with that first base runner. Sandstow try to get things started, but there's really no magic potion at this point. somebody find a way to get on board, and then you work from there.
Sandstow led off the 4th inning with a walk, and that kind of got things going in the 4th. They would have runners on the corners and then runners at 2nd and 3rd with just 1 out, but could not get anything across. Here's an update. Pitches by the inning. Schaefer still, aside from the 2nd and 4th inning, been pretty smooth in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th innings. 9, 9, and 11 pitches in that 1st, 3rd, and 5th inning. Pretty efficient for the Waukee defense.
Well, those 3 innings combined, she throws less than Towers does in 1 inning.
Top of the 1st, 39 pitches for Towers. 1-1 the count on Brooke Sandstow.
Pretty comparable team batting statistics. The Dragons 352 coming into the tournament, 350 for the Warriors.
Slaps it left field, tailing foul, and will land foul. Giving chase is Taylor Pulsing. Sandstow trying to get something started here. Grounded out in the 1st, walked in the 4th inning, and was stranded on 3rd base. Could not get pushed across the plate in that 4th inning. Looks that one outside, 2-2. Catcher Gredeman asking if she swung.
Nice piece of catching back there. Not going to get the appeal unless he asks for it.
Absolutely. Deb Richards all over it at 3rd. Good umpiring crew as it's now 3 balls, 2 strikes on Sandstow.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Sarah Schaefer for Waukee delivers. Slapped up the middle, base hit for Johnston. And the leadoff runner aboard for the 3rd inning in a row and the 4th time today here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
And that's a good place to start.
Sandstow number 2 on the team in stolen bases, as here you see the slap up the middle into center field. Madison Tilgis at the plate. She had a single in her last at-bat. See Sandstow on first. There's a look at Tilgis, the junior at the plate. Takes it off the knob of the bat. 1 ball, 1 strike. Schaefer delivers the 1-1. Changeup misses upstairs. And it's 2-1.
Like the patience out of Tilgis in this situation, it would be pretty easy to be a little too aggressive up there, really wanting to make something happen with a runner on.
It's a grounder. 3rd baseman eats up Rincon. The throw to first, not in time. Tough hop down that 3rd base line on Kelsey Rincon, the freshman 3rd baseman.
Well, and good things happen when you put the ball in play. Coach Miracle has been saying to his squad all along, just hang in there. Keep putting the ball in play. Good things are going to happen. Things will start to fall into some holes. She didn't even hit it as hard as some of the shots that we've seen out of Johnston, but good things happen when you put the ball in play.
And it goes down as the 6th base hit for Johnston. So a base hit for Tilgis as Addie Pender is at the plate. 2 aboard, nobody out for the Dragons, and a big swing by the senior.
She wanted 3 runs on that one swing. Swinging out of her shoes a little bit.
1 ball, 1 strike. Pender a single in the 2nd. Reached in the 4th on a fielder's choice. Looks at a called strike. Right at the knees.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Need a battle out of Pender here.
There's a pop fly, left field. Hulsing underneath it. Nobody able to advance. On the pop fly from Pender, Sandstow stays at second.
DP is now, Flex is now hitting. Flex for DP? Exactly. Okay, thank you.
So Pemble at the flex position, also playing center field. Coming as the DP here.
So that's Haley Pemble, the junior. Will bat here in the 6th inning. So for Sarah Schaefer in the Waukee defense, you've got a 6-run lead. Johnston threatening, but you kind of just need to manage the game here, right? Manage your outs. Take what you can get.
Well, you need 5 outs and this game is over. So if you end up giving up a run, not the end of the world. If you give a couple again, still not the end of the world, but you want to avoid a really big inning here. Coach Miracle going with the lefty speedster here. He wants to put some pressure on the defense.
Gumbel slaps it, but foul down the third base side.
Pemble a little late on it there. Have to catch up to Schaefer a bit. I'm going to put the ball in play on the ground and make the Warriors work.
One ball, 1 strike. Good eye by Pemble. And we were talking about Sarah Schaefer's pitch count. The even innings, the 2nd, 4th, and now the 6th, not as kind as the 1st, 3rd, and 5th innings. As that one misses outside. And the temperature still above 90 degrees at extra time out on the field. Can wear these kids down just a little bit,
yeah,
can't
this
they?
Waukee defense playing back on Pemble, not looking for her to bunt or slap. Playing her pretty straight up here.
1 out here, bottom of the 6th inning. 2 runners aboard for Johnston. Schaefer delivers. Strike 3, and there's 2 away.
Nice job of painting that outside corner.
Too good for Pemble to lay off.
See if Towers can help her own cause here. Good shot at that squeeze by Greteman behind the plate.
Towers looks at one upstairs, a fly out and a strikeout by Haley Towers offensively today for Johnston. Ground ball up the middle, over the head of Schaefer, and Dudek can't handle it, and 1 run is in for the Johnston Dragons. So the ice is now officially broken for the Dragons.
Courtesy.
And we'll get a courtesy runner in for Haley Towers. Sydney Illig, the freshman, will courtesy run.
And we'll see if with that courtesy runner at first base, good shot at Haley Towers and her hitting action here. That ball just scoots right under the glove of Kara Dudek, who had come across the middle. Maybe didn't quite see that ball all the way into her glove. Might have.
We're gonna clean this plate here real quick, ladies.
Paying a little too much attention to that runner scooting down the first baseline, just isn't quite able to snag it across the middle. And we'll see if Johnston maybe tries to force the issue here with the 1st and 3rd situation. Does he send that courtesy runner to second, try to make something happen, but you have 2 outs. Don't want to run yourself out of an inning. But if you can somehow get a base hit here, you're a lot more likely to score too if you have a runner starting at second than you are if she's starting at first.
7 stolen bases for Illig on the season. Let's see if Miracle puts her in motion. 1 and 2. Excuse me, 0 and 2 the count now. After the swing and a miss by Espeland. A double to right center in her last at bat. If she could duplicate that, it'd be critical. Strike 3 though. Schaefer gets out of the jam once again. Johnson puts 1 run on the board, but Schaefer able to lock it down after that.
Don't become complacent. Get up there, be aggressive. Come on, right now. Yeah, hungry, let's go.
Encouraging her squad to stay aggressive, don't be complacent.
Wouldn't be too bad to get an insurance run, get the offense rolling. Just to give yourself a little momentum going into the bottom of the 7th inning. That can fire up your defense. You see the big 5 spot in the top of the 1st inning for Waukee. Johnston now on the scoreboard here in the bottom of the 6th, but a 5-run lead for the Warriors here in the 5A state championship game.
Always important to avoid a big inning on the defensive side of things. And certainly if Johnston would have given up a run or 2, maybe even 3 runs, it wouldn't have seemed like such a big deficit to overcome. But wow, you get down 5 after the top half of the inning. You've only played 20 minutes of softball and you already got a pretty steep mountain to climb.
Sarah Schaefer's been pretty solid in the circle for Waukee too. Well, and just the 1 run on 6 hits. They've hit her at times, but Schaefer's been able to spread it out. Dudek grounds it to Wilmus. Throw to first in time.
Nice play there by Wilmus, reading that hop perfectly. Always want to come in on it and you play the ball, don't let the ball play you. But that was kind of a circumstance where she didn't have a choice but to sit back a little bit. That you could really see her arm, the power of that arm. She's able to fire it over there and still throw the speedy Dudek out.
So this is Taylor Holsing at the plate, trying to get a base runner aboard. Waukee's been in a bit of a drought. 16 batters without a base runner here. It's been since that 2nd inning when Waukee had back-to-back doubles. 16 in a row. Haley Towers has been able to retire the Warriors hitters. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Taylor Holsing.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
A double to the fence and left center and scored a run in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 3 and fouls that one back.
But when you look at the runs compared to hits, Johnston 6 hits, 8 hits for Waukee. It's just that Johnston hasn't been able to string anything together. As we've mentioned several times, Waukee, while 8 hits is plenty, that'll win you a lot of games. It's because they were able to string them together in 1 inning. That really did the trick.
6 of them in that 1st inning, 2 of them in the 2nd inning. Upstairs on Holsing. 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 1 away. Top of the 7th inning.
Holsing planning to go to UNI in the fall, not to play softball, going to be a student there.
Nice play defensively by Towers to throw to first.
Excellent defensive play there by Holsing. Kind of had to get her body moving back in the other direction after her momentum was all coming toward us. Great athleticism there by the junior.
So now 17 in a row have been retired by the Johnston defense. Now Sarah Schaefer digs in. Fly ball will stay in the infield. Sam Stowe at 2nd base makes the catch. And Waukee will head out and look for 3 more outs and look for a 5A state title.
Here we go, girls. Let's go. Fight to the end. Let's go.
Fight to the end. Not going to roll over and die here. As we've said several times throughout the broadcast, runner-up 2 years ago, champions, or excuse me, yes, runner-up 2 years ago, champions last year. Graduated quite a few players from that championship squad, moved some underclassmen around for this year's lineup.
If they can get a couple base runners aboard, they'll have the top of the order coming up. It's 8-9-1 for Johnston. Ellie Rocky, the first baseman, will start things off. The sophomore first baseman. 0 for 2, and Sarah Schaefer looking to complete this game. Has thrown so strong in all 3 state tournament games this week for Waukee.
And I would say she's dominant in the fact that she just doesn't make it easy for you, but she's not striking out 15, 18 a game. She's just very consistent, trusts the defense behind her. They've made good plays, have stepped up all tournament long.
Yep.
But it's...
That's gotten a lot of support defensively. A one-hitter in the quarterfinals against Urbandale. Did have 13 strikeouts in the semis, but getting it done with the defense behind her here today. Five strikeouts so far today. Called strike 2 on Ellie Rocky.
Rocky, see if she can make something happen. A couple of flyouts today.
Pop fly. Wilmus gives chase. Excuse me.
Dudek.
Flip the card here. Dudek for Waukee. Off the glove, but a foul ball.
They're okay over at first base here.
Schaefer delivers the 0-2 upstairs. It's 1-2.
Might as well make her chase.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
These Waukee Warriors. There's a fly ball. Shallow center coming in, makes the catch. Mary Kate Gray on it for the Warriors.
Mary Kate Gray really covers a lot of territory out there in center field.
You bet. 4 for 16. Thank you.
So Olivia Goodale is going to come into bat and replace of Mercedes Worsford.
Olivia Goodale, the other pitcher for Johnston. Coach Miracle probably deciding it's now or never. Probably may have an opportunity to put Olivia Goodale on in the circle if you can somehow tie things up and put it into extras, but might as well give her a shot at it here.
Ladies, bottom in.
Worsford was 0 for 2. So Goodale steps in. Waukee's defense 2 outs away from a state title. Here's a drive, left center, down for a base hit. Rolls to the fence. Goodale to second, slides in safely, and it's a double for Olivia Goodale, the junior.
Pretty effective use of your pinch hitter there.
And now 16 re-enters as Worsford back into the game.
It's exactly what you want out of a pinch hitter. Come in. A lot of confidence. Why not, right? Nothing to lose in that situation.
Coach Miracle's won a lot of games, hasn't he? Knows what he's doing out there.
Yep. And that's a sign of a player who feels like her coaches trust her to put her in that type of situation. Bottom of the 7th. Needs somebody to step up.
Ground ball. Can it get up the middle? No. Folk cuts it off. 1 out away from a state title of the Waukee Warriors as Wilmus grounds out. Brooke Sandstow will try to keep things alive for the Johnston Dragons, down 5 runs here in the 7th inning.
Would take one heck of a rally.
Waukee's fans can sense it. They're to their feet. Up high on the first pitch from Schaefer.
Megan Gredeman has done a great job catching this game. Constant communication with the umpire. Doesn't scowl, doesn't disagree with his calls, just asks.
Fouled away. 1-1.
She asked, where did we miss there? Great communication, nice maturity.
Schaefer delivers, changeup, a called strike. Great pitch by Sarah Schaefer. And Johnston down to their final strike. One and two from Schaefer. Fouled away. Sandstow stays alive.
Sandstow almost with just a little bit of a check swing. Didn't really take a full cut at it. Just knew it was close enough that she had to get a piece of it.
Once again, the 1-2. Just missed outside. And it's 2-2.
Gredeman working that umpire.
Even down to the final strike.
Game doesn't change.
Here's Schaefer on the 2-2. Changeup misses upstairs. Count runs full now for Sandstow. Scored the Johnston's Dragons' only run in that 6th inning. Trying to get aboard here in the 7th. Schaefer slapped up the middle. Diving catch, no, not made. Safe. Trapped in center field. And Johnston pushes a run across to make it 6-2 as Sandstow gets a single into center.
That would have been a heck of a highlight reel catch to end the game. Ray not quite able to come up with it, but made a good effort.
Time called by Megan Gredeman as we take another look at it.
Just wasn't quite able
Bounced
to,
into the glove.
wasn't quite able to get a jump on it quick enough or a good enough read on it.
Mercedes Worsford crosses home plate to make it 6-2. Waukee still 1 out away from claiming this 2015
You got the
Class
heart of your
5A title.
lineup here. 3 and 4.
Madison Tilgis makes it a changeup for a strike. She's got a pair of base hits in her last 2 at-bats. Comes to the plate with Sandstow at first. And hits Tilgis right in the knee. 2 runners aboard.
They don't quite have the tying run at the plate, but you're getting close.
Let's take a look at that last one that caught Tilgis on the left knee.
And you can tell, going with that inside pitch, Gredeman setting up inside, just gets a little too inside. Tilgis stands in there and takes it right on the kneecap.
So that brings Addie Pender, the senior, to the plate. Fouls the first pitch back. Out of play. Addie Pender, a base hit, and reached on a fielder's choice and flew out to left field in her last at-bat. 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Schaefer delivers and hits Pender in the leg. And the bases are loaded, and now the tying run comes to the plate for the Johnston Dragons.
Allie Scher, the designated player. Again, another good look at inside pitch, just a little too inside. Credit to these Johnston Dragons. They are stepping in and taking it.
Hey, we're gonna get right here. Hey, if it comes to you, just touch 3. Okay, comes to you, going up the middle, just make the play. You got 2 outs. We got it. We do. No big deal. Woo. Okay. Yeah, we do. Let's do it right now. Okay. Let's do it right now. Attack. Let's go.
Attack, says head coach Carrie Embry in her 5th year coaching the Waukee Warriors softball team. As the bases are full for Johnston, Emma Ford will courtesy run for Pender at first. Got Tilgis at second, Sandstow at third. And it's Allie Scher to the plate. She's 0 for 2 tonight. Has an opportunity to keep things rolling for Johnston.
Well, it wouldn't be a state championship game without a little bit of theatrics in the bottom of the 7th.
First pitch strike. As Scher stands at the plate representing the tying run for Johnston. the defending state champions in Class 5A.
Ball.
Good eye by Cher. Sarah Schaefer in the pitcher's circle. Heard Coach Embry say attack.
Ball.
This is high, 2-1.
Good eyes out of Cher. Showing a lot of patience up there. It'd be awfully difficult to be patient in this situation. I'm chomping at the bit.
Here's the 2-1. Fouled away. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Taylor Luther, the senior first baseman, over a quick word with her sophomore pitcher, Sarah Schaefer.
You have to remember, Sarah Schaefer's pretty young. She's been key in this tournament, but she's just a sophomore.
Here's the 2-2, driven into left center field, down for a base hit. 1 run is in, 2 runs will score, and the tying run now stands on second base. A stand-up double by Allie Cher, and Johnston still alive in the 5A state championship game.
What a gutsy effort by Allie Cher. They hit for her earlier in this game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Great job by hanging tough. Your number wasn't called, and in there a couple innings ago, your last attempt at it, and great job. You had the confidence to come back up and stick it out there. Tough at bat, too. She went down with an 0-1 count. Had a good eye.
Allie Cher checks out of the game, gets a standing ovation by the Johnston fans who have been on their feet this entire inning. Haley Pemble, the flex player, re-enters to run at second base. Again, that's the tying run for Johnston. First pitch strike from Sarah Schaefer, the Waukee pitcher. Waukee, again, still just 1 out away from this 5A state championship game, but the defending champs not giving it up easily. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good discipline there by the pitcher, Haley Towers, to hold off.
Towers an RBI single. There's a pop fly, foul territory, giving chase, making the catch is Luther. And the Waukee Warriors have won the Class 5A state championship game.
Wow, what a great job over there at first base by Taylor Luther to keep her composure, knew where the fence was. Looking into the sun, just does a great job of executing, squeezing in that pressure situation.
3 runs in the 7th inning by Johnston, and the tying run on second base. There's another look at the final out that made Waukee the 2015 5A state champs.
Great job, awfully close to the fence over there. Just does an excellent job. The senior squeezes it, and they will take that state championship back to Central Iowa.
Sarah Schaefer, 5 strikeouts, allows 9 hits in those 4 runs, 3 of them there in the 7th inning. Pretty solid performance by the sophomore, but it all came down to that 5-run first inning by the Waukee Warriors in this game.
Well, you knew it wasn't going to be a blowout. Even when Waukee caught fire early on, this Johnston squad is too good. They're going to be really good a year from now when they only graduate Addie Pender, but you knew they weren't going to go away. They weren't going to roll over and die. Coach Carrie Embry talking to her women and stressing to them, stay aggressive, stay aggressive, stay aggressive. They weren't really able to get much more. They did get that 6th run in the 2nd, but kudos to Johnston, just not enough.
Go to the public address announcer, John Deal.
The 2015 Class 5A All-Tournament team. From Waukee, Taylor Hulsing. From Johnston, Haley Towers. From Waukee, Morgan Neely. From Johnston, Brooke Sandstow. From West Des Moines Valley, Mandy Remick. From Cedar Rapids, Jefferson, Kennedy Dighton. From West Des Moines Valley, Haley Heinen. From Bettendorf, Allison Folan. From Urbandale, Skylar Shellmeyer. From Johnston, Brooke Wilmus. And captain of the 2015 Class 5A All-Tournament team, from Waukee, Sarah Schaefer.
And there you see the
ladies and gentlemen, the class
Sarah
of
Schaefer, the captain. A one-hitter in the quarterfinals against Urbandale, 13 strikeouts in the semifinals, 5 Ks, and an extremely solid 6 innings here in the championship game. Gave up a few hits and 3 runs in the 7th, but still just 9 hits and 4 runs in the game. There's a look at the all-tournament team with Holsing from Waukee, Towers of Johnston, Neely of Waukee, Sandstow from Johnston, also Remick from West Des Moines Valley, Cedar Rapids, Jefferson represented, and Sarah Schaefer, the sophomore captain of the 2015 5A All-Tournament team.
Every participating player will receive a commemorative softball provided by Iowa Farm Bureau, title sponsor of the Girls Athletic Union. Presenting awards are members of the IGHSAU Board of Directors. Congratulations to the runner-up in Class 5A, head coach Todd Miracle, and the Johnston Dragons on an outstanding 2015 softball season. And your 2015 Class 5A State Softball Champions, head coach Carrie Embry, and the Warriors from Waukee.
Great win there by Waukee. Some seniors on this squad wanted to go out in style. This Johnston squad will definitely be back. Just one senior behind the plate. She was a great competitor, a great contributor for them, but Waukee was better tonight. Kudos to them. They were ready to roll from the first inning.
5 runs in that first inning, got it going, and it held up. The Waukee Warriors, your Class 5A state champions, here at the 2015 Iowa High School State Championships. More state softball coming up. Stay here, Iowa Public Television, for the Class 1A State Championship game.
Funding for the Iowa Girls High School Softball Championships is provided by
The path to greatness starts early. The Iowa Farm Bureau believes in Iowa's youth and their pursuit of greatness. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Each student's effort is important, and when one rises, we all rise to a better Iowa.
Fairway, along with Nabisco, Wells Blue Bunny, and Frito-Lay, is a proud sponsor of the 2015 Iowa Girls High School Sports Championships. We congratulate all the schools and student athletes participating in this year's Girls High School State Softball Championships. Fairway, proud to care for the places we work and live.
By Musco Lighting, the sports lighting specialist, providing lighting systems for you, your project, and your community.
Mid-American Energy and their Energy Advantage programs are dedicated to increasing the awareness of energy efficiency in Iowa's homes and businesses. Information is at midamericanenergy.com. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.